bumper sticker recently that said, "If you ain't mad, you ain't paying attention." I'm mad. Are you mad? Yeah! And I'll tell you one thing, Mr. President. We will fight to save America. Yes, we will. There was also a poll that I noted recently that said 3% of the American people want to pay more taxes. Do you think Washington needs more of your money? I didn't think so. You know, you all have come to the nation's capital to tell Washington that they cannot keep ignoring the voices of the American people. You know that Washington borrows too much, and it spends too much, and yes, it taxes too much. And there are even more tax increases that are coming our way under the current majority. $569 billion in taxes on their government takeover health care. $843 billion on the national energy tax that passed the House. And now they're talking about a European-style value-added tax. Is that what you want? Did you know that the current Democrats in charge have already imposed $670 billion in tax increases since January 2009? That destroys job creation and it destroys the economic vitality of our nation. But you know, it's not always the taxes that you see. Sometimes it's those that you don't see. To navigate Washington's maze of bureaucratic red tape, Americans and American businesses spend $1.1 trillion a year just to prepare their tax forms. Can you believe that? And last year, over 3,500 new government regulations took effect. Now, this massive expansion of our federal government, of Washington's control, is unsustainable, it's unacceptable, and yes, it is un-American. Because you know that the growth in the public sector only comes from one finite source of money, and that's your tax dollars. So we need to stop increasing the size of government. Our government's already too big, and it takes too much money. $1.4 trillion in deficit last year, and $1.6 trillion in deficit this year. And every dollar that's sent to Washington out of your wallet is one less dollar that cannot be used for the American dream. Because it's the private sector, not government, but the private sector, fueled by competition and innovation and free people acting on their own, that creates a better future for themselves and for their families. The potential of the American people and the American experience is absolutely infinite. And Americans are tired of a government that thinks it has all of the answers. So I want to thank you for coming here today. Let us never forget that we are Americans, and we will persevere because we are resilient. We'll overcome and prosper once again in spite of what is happening here in Washington today. So we stand together, opposed to a government that ignores the voices of the people. We will take this country in a new direction, and one that builds on the power and the promise of you, the individual, and the communities all across this land. A new direction that adheres to and respects the Constitution and the liberties that it enshrines. We've got to have faith in people, not in government, to solve our problems. We're ready to stand up for common sense, positive changes, and reforms that will rein in spending, keep our taxes low, protect quality health care while making it affordable, and protect our shores and preserving our freedoms. So God bless you, and remember what Samuel Adams said, one of our founders. It doesn't take a majority to prevail, but an irate and tireless minority, keen on setting brush fires in the freedom in the minds of men and women, and I'm honored to stand with you and set those brush fires of freedom. God bless you. God bless America.